Double Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now this is breaking news, um, and it's awesome news if you ask me. Your boy, middleweight champion, IBF, WB, everything except for WBO, right? Gennady Golovkin, the man, has been stripped of his IBF title. Okay, and that's awesome news. Nothing against the man himself, but for the guys who've been waiting around, like Darian Chinko, the IBF mandatory, and others have been fighting. They've been on hold for a while, guys, and we have to be fair. Gennady Golovkin fought in September against Canelo, and because of Canelo, waited all the way to May 5th. And then Canelo got doped, and he fights on May 5th. Now, the IBF has said why they made the decision, and the decision is because we didn't sanction that fight against Vanis Monterosen, right, on May 5th. We didn't, right? And basically, not sanctioning the fight is a good way of saying the fight's not worthy of being sanctioned. But they just said, you putting the word sanctioned into worthy. It wasn't worthy. You don't bring a man off of a 2-year layoff and a division lower than you after trying to fight another guy a division lower than you that hadn't fought on any high profile of yet, right? So those two things, and Nevada didn't even sanction that fight or didn't even want to have that fight. They told him it was too much of a disparity there. So when you follow that up with Vanis Monterosen, and the IBF told him he's going to have to fight Derevyanchenko is mandatory ASAP after that. So it seems that hasn't happened, and IBF doing like they normally do, enforcing their mandatories, making no exception with Gennady Golovkin, and they have to be applauded for it, right? Fight wasn't worthy of being sanctioned. So that's pretty good because everybody, like I said, has been on lockdown, right? Because Gennady Golovkin have these titles and fighting Canelo, right? We all know it's a financial move, right? We all know that. But at the end of the day, Canelo is not ranked in any of the top, the major sanctioning bodies, right? Except for the WBA's number two. And all of WBO, all of them, WBC, IBF, he's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be because he hadn't fought a middleweight. Only one was Canelo. So you're looking at sanctioning bodies there, and you're saying, oh, okay, now they're starting to understand. This is probably starting to be a problem. They understand that, wait a minute, just because you got fans does not mean you're going to be ranked if you don't beat any of these guys here. It's not really a slight to these Canelos and Golovkins of the world, but we have to get, guys got to get out the way if you're not going to do nothing significant because these guys right here, the mandatories, are formidable. And so you're looking at what is Gennady Golovkin going to do? His goal, so he stated over and over, was to unify. That's a belt you got out the way. Now you're not going to have that. And another thing IBF knows is Derevyanchenko was ready to fight him on May the 5th. So he could have done it then. You were training for a right-handed fighter. So, but he didn't want to do it. So that glaring behavior, somebody paid attention to it, and it's good, because the people, if you pay attention to it, some people think you're trying to hate on somebody, but that you can't do that with the other guys being formidable. Now he's going to IBF. He don't want none of Derevyanchenko. After that is Jacobs, Charlo, and Andrade. So you don't have nowhere to go there. WBC the same thing. Charlo, Jacobs, Andrade. So it's, you don't want nothing there. So WBO is Billy Joe Saunders, and after him, shoot, it's still the same name, Jacobs, and all kind of stuff out there. So it's Canelo was only in the WBA at number 2 slot. So there is nowhere to go. You're going to have to fight Jacobs and them normally. But now that he's been stripped, and another thing the IBF probably happened with him too, they just probably seen the trainer of your boy Golovkin, Abel Sanchez, say we're gonna do what we want to do anyway. So they're probably like, well, you do it on your own time without a title, right? And I don't think Golovkin should be on his farewell tour. It's like Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao about to fight Lucas Matisse, but he's not considered a top 10 pound for pound fighter, and in Golovkin's case, like a top 1 or 2 pound for pound fighter anymore. Everybody knows Pacquiao is basically on his farewell tour, and he's not fighting for titles because if he was, he would have been fighting a whole lot of people a long time ago. Pacquiao's not fighting, in his division, those guys, the Sean Porters, the Danny Garcias, the Keith Thurmans, the Errol Spencers, and the Terrence Crawfords of the world up there. He's going over and fighting Lucas Matisse, who just came up. And now Lucas Matisse is something. Now, don't get it twisted, but I'm just saying Pacquiao's not trying to fight the best anymore, and he's on his way out, basically. And that's how it should be perceived, though. If Pacquiao was in the top 5, I'd be complaining right now, but he's not. Now, Golovkin, you being at number 1, number 2, this behavior, this is what's supposed to happen to Golovkin. So then we can see if he's going to fight somebody, or is he, calling himself about to quit or something. Because the Canelo issue might, once that's over, the fighters that you got to fight are going to become harder, right? Now, his way out, I'm going to stand by that, is Murata. I think that's who your boy Gennady Golovkin is going to fight. But here, back to the top. The good news is your boy Gennady Golovkin has been stripped of his IBF title, so someone else can fight for it. It's going to be a good fight, whoever Darren Chico fights. I don't care who it is. It's going to be, if it's next three fighters, you're talking Jacobs, Andrade, and Charlo. Let's see what happens going forward. I think it's a good decision from the IBF, period. Dome Sports Talk, worldwide, and I'm about to y'all.